Chapter 1: Breaking Point. In the heart of the bustling city, there stood a man named Alex Sterling, a worn-out and disillusioned hospitality worker. For years, he had labored in a luxurious, high-end hotel, but his once passionate love for serving others had withered into a profound and relentless hatred for his job. It wasn't that Alex was bad at what he did. Quite the opposite, in fact. He was known for his meticulous attention to detail, his genuine smile, and his uncanny ability to predict guests' needs. But the industry's strict rules and unrelenting expectations had stripped away his enthusiasm. Every day felt like a monotonous cycle of greeting guests, checking them in, tending to their whims, and doing it all over again the next day. Chapter 2: A Radical Idea. One rainy evening, as Alex stared out at the city lights from his tiny apartment, a radical idea struck him like a bolt of lightning. What if he could change the entire system that had brought him so much misery? What if he could rewrite the rules of hospitality and turn it into something that truly served both guests and workers? Over the next few weeks, Alex began crafting his vision. He decided to call it the Unchained Hospitality. His manifesto was clear. It was time to break free from the rigid regulations that constrained the industry. He was going to start a revolution that put people, both employees and guests, above all else. Chapter 3: The Underground Movement. Alex started recruiting like-minded coworkers who shared his frustrations and shared his desire for change. They met in secret, devising a plan to transform the industry from within. They created an underground network, teaching each other skills and techniques that defied the conventional rules of hospitality. Instead of formal greetings, they decided to connect with guests on a personal level, making them feel like old friends rather than just another booking number. Chapter 4: The First Act of Rebellion. The day finally came when Alex and his band of revolutionaries put their plan into action. Alex himself greeted a high-profile guest, Mr. Roger Thornton, a regular at the hotel. Instead of the rehearsed, scripted speech about the hotel's amenities, Alex began a genuine conversation with Mr. Thornton about his interests, his family, and his preferences. The hotel's management watched in disbelief as Alex and his team broke the traditional mold of hospitality. Guests responded positively to the new approach. The hotel's reviews started to improve, and more guests chose to return. Chapter 5: The Revolution Spreads. As news of Alex's rebellion spread, hospitality workers from all around the city joined the movement. They shared stories, ideas, and resources through secret meetings and encrypted messaging apps. Alex's vision of Unchained Hospitality quickly began to transform the entire industry. Chapter 6: The Battle for Change. The hotel's management wasn't going down without a fight. They tried to discredit Alex and his movement, claiming that the old ways were the only professional ways. But they couldn't stop the growing tide of change. Chapter 7: A New Beginning. One by one, hotels began adopting the Unchained Hospitality model as they saw the benefits of happier guests and motivated staff. The revolution Alex had ignited had not only changed the industry but had also changed him. He was no longer a man who hated his job. He was a visionary who had transformed his entire world. In the end, it wasn't just a revolution in hospitality. It was a revolution of the human spirit, a reminder that sometimes the most significant change can start with one person's discontent and a burning desire to make the world a better place. Alex Sterling had done just that, proving that rules, no matter how entrenched, could always be rewritten for the better.